Yes, hello friends, welcome to BISP Solutions. Myself Ashwin, and this is our day 24 in this session of business analyst. So today, in the last 23 sessions, we have seen so many things, and in our last session, we have seen this here. Information gathering, right? Requirement gathering for Python analysis tool. Now in this session we are going to see creation of BRD, FRD. Okay, so creation of BRD, FRD for a Python data. So first of all, let me explain you about that what is Python data reporting project. Okay, now imagine, for example, imagine a company. I'm giving you one scenario. A company like any manufacturing plant, like a cold drink manufacturing plant or a footwear manufacturing plant, anything. Now in this, the company, suppose for the last 20 years company is using some application, right? Now some application, so they are maintaining everything like profit and loss and everything, like whatever the marketing data, everything they are maintaining on Excel sheets, right? So now everything is maintained in the Excel sheet. So now the company wants that prepare a Python data reporting project. They want a project, or we can say they want a small application of Python in which we are uploading their data or the Excel sheet, and then we are supposed to show them the reporting part. I have done this type of projects a few years back. So in that case, what I have seen, that company, say normally company, if they are doing like developing a complete Python project, or we can say directly switching from the legacy system to directly in NetSuite, but their requirement is very limited. They just want the insights of the data, that's it. So that's why many company choose for this type of projects also, Python data reporting project. They are cost efficient also, right? Switching completely from one application to another ERP application, it takes efforts, it needs the training for our employees, and also the costing of that particular ERP, cloud based ERP. So it is better. So most of the companies, not every, most of the companies, it depends on the requirement of the company, they choose for this type of projects, Python data reporting project. So the scenario is clear. Company is using any software, certain software, or we can say they are dependent completely on Excel sheets. They are managing their data on Excel sheets. Now they want that take the data of the Excel sheet and show the data into the Python reporting project, show the insights of the data, right? So in this, what we are supposed to do, we will create a Python project, small Python project, and then we will upload the Excel sheets given by them. Okay, we will upload the Excel sheets. Just hold on. Yes, now what we are going to do, we will ask them, okay, provide your Excel sheets or CSV sheets, and what we will do, we will prepare an application in Python using some we will use some libraries, and then we will do the whatever you want, like report generation. So there are certain steps. This is the one for in first meeting only these things will be discussed. Now in the second, that is called the discovery meeting. Now in the second meeting, what we will do, we will show them the complete process of how we will proceed. So a project where Python script tools generate reporting using Excel and Python libraries like pandas, matplotlib, openpysl, these are the names, right? The client may or may not be technical, but it's our duty to show them that okay, these are the libraries. After that, example use case, generate monthly sales report. This is the use case, or we can say the requirement. Okay, so generate monthly reports, customer summary and revenue charts, right? Okay, that is the use case. Now stakeholders, who will be the stakeholders? So business users, developers, Python developers, because this is a this development will be done in the Python. So Python developers, then the QA testers, quality analysis, quality assurance and the testers, and the project manager, and of course the business analyst also. Okay, so this was all about the scenario, which is now clear. Now understanding BRD. What is BRD? We have already discussed this topic in our last few sessions, right? Again today I will explain you. See, BRD means business requirement document. Now this business requirement document is a document that shows what company is using, what difficulties they are facing and what they want, right? What difficulty they are facing? No, only what they are using currently, what is the process and exactly what they want. See here, capture why the project is needed and what the business wants. Exactly what currently they are using and what they want. This is the main thing which is displayed into the BRD. Title. We now one more thing, there is a standard format of designing every corporate document, right? So it is not just like opening a MS Word and start writing whatever you want. No, the first page will be like title page, right? Python reporting tool for sales team, that's it. Who will develop it, for whom it is developed, everything you have to write down, and if possible put the logo of the company also, right? Then on the second page, version control, how many times that document is updated. And the third page, table of content. Table of content is the thing in which the higher authorities are interested. Higher authorities are interested in reading the table of content, exactly what inside the paper. Inside the paper means inside the document. Now business objective, you have now from fourth page you have to write down these things: business objectives, automate monthly reporting, reduce Excel work. That means exactly what they want, right? Why they are switching to this application, or why they have chosen this type of projects, right? So automating monthly reporting, reduce manual Excel work, and get region wise and product wise insights, right? So the same thing, right? So all these are the objectives of the business which was not fulfilling in their current existing system. That's the reason they have chosen these type of projects, right? So here is the business objective. Then the stakeholders. Now stakeholders, I have already given you the definition: directly or indirectly those who are connected with the project. Okay, business head, data analyst, right? Those who are directly connected with the project, those who will be working with the project. Then the scope, in scope and out scope. The another part is in scope and out scope. Let me show you, give me 1 second, just a second. Yes, I am back. Look at this. The first is the title page. Okay, the first is the title page, second is the version control page, third is the table of content in which higher authorities are interested, and from fourth you will see here the business objective. You will see this is the executive summary, okay, our vision, and then project overview, right? What is the project and what they want. Okay, so just here. Now in scope and out scope. Now in scope means what you are providing. In scope means what you are doing and what you are providing, what you will do. Now in scope means for example the list of all those activities that I will do, and out scope means the list of all activities that you will do, that the client will do. For example, in scope, suppose if I ask you to give me the list of all your employees, so that is now whatever the Excel sheet you will provide me, I will clean the data, that is my responsibility. But if you ask me go to every department and note down the names, that will be in the out scope, because developer are not supposed to do all these things, neither the business analyst. When you in scope means what you are going what we are going to do, out scope means what is not in our scope. For example, in scope data cleaning, report generation, that's fine. Out scope real-time dashboards. Now see here, real-time dashboards will not be here. Suppose if I am a business analyst and I am communicating with like a CEO or vice president of the client, or the SVP, senior vice president. Now many times what happens, if we say like okay, we will provide you the insights of the data, and if the client says what about the real-time dashboard, no, that's not in our scope. So that is why in scope and out scope. Let me show you with an example here. Somewhere I have written also in scope and out scope. Project scope, this is called in scope. In scope means suppose this is an example of end-to-end implementation. This is what we are going to do: active customer detail, open transactional details, last 2 years, right? Common basic setups for payables, right? So this is what we are going to do. Out scope means, look at this: hardware and software expense will be bear by the client. We will not provide any software hardware during the implementation. License and subscription cost and other expenses will be bear by the client. Few times Oracle conducts maintenance on weekends and it might affect your working. So that is called out scope. Okay, now let's come here again. Now this is how the in scope and out scope works. Now understanding BRD. Now what is BRD? Now see whenever we write any document related to anything, it is mandatory for a developer, or we can say for an analyst, to give the ID number. Now what is the use of this ID number? Many times so many people think, why ID number is required? ID number is required because on the basis of which you can easily point out exactly what you are saying. For example, BRD 001, accept Excel input from multiple region. So BRD 001, this is the requirement, requirement summary, right? Requirement. Now in this requirement you can shortlist the task exactly. Suppose I am having one team of 5 subordinates, not 5, let's take 2 subordinates. Now if suppose if I write as a paragraph, like taking the Excel sheet from the client and then just clean it, massage it, and then upload it. Now both the two subordinates will think who will do what task. Now in this case, suppose if I have written something like this: BRD 001 accept Excel inputs from multiple regions, and then BRD 002 generate reports with top 10 products. Now if I assign BRD 001 to my one subordinate and BRD 002 to subordinate number 2, so in this way both the subordinates, they are having their task defined, so one will not interfere others work. So that is why each and every requirement is divided into requirement ID numbers, right? Requirement ID, that's the reason, and this is very common practice. Then the current process again same thing, as is. What is the current process? As is and to be. Current process as is means manual Excel filtering. Right now what they are doing, they are taking the Excel sheet of last 7 months or 12 months. Now definitely in Excel there might be like 1000 rows or 20,000 rows, that depends on the company. Secondly, future process, so that is why currently they are working on Excel sheet, and in Excel sheet working on very huge amount of data, sometime it takes a little more time, right? So that's why manual Excel filtering, it is good for short data but small amount of data, but for a huge amount of data that is not possible. Future process, automated Python script. What they want, as is means whatever is currently, what to be means what they want. They want an automated Python script. After that, timeline and assumptions. Look at this. Here is assumptions. This is called as is, current proposed process, right? As is and to be, you can say it like current and proposed. Okay, here you will see the assumptions. Here assumptions, whatever information given by you will be intact, related documents will be provided as per the project demand. Okay, that is called the assumptions, what we are assuming. Okay, whatever we are demanding, you will provide exactly what we demanded. Then we will see here the sign off section. Sign off section is again another thing. Sign off section means for example, if I prepare a BRD, now just showing, just a second, give me 1 second. Okay, now just a second. Now sign off section means like I have prepared a BRD and I have shown everything in the discovery call and in the, not in the discovery call, in the second meeting, and then they all said that okay, your BRD is good. Now I have to take the sign off of every stakeholders. The reason is that, suppose what if one of the stakeholder, this they at the time they raise objection that this is not what you have shown. In that case there will be a problem, right? So that is why it's very necessary to take the sign off of each and every stakeholder. Once the stakeholders gives the sign off, then only we will move further. Okay, now creating BRD FRD. Okay, transitioning to FRD. Now so far we have seen that how to prepare a BRD. Okay, in this BRD there is nothing, just put down in that Word document that exactly what is the current process, who is the client, what we are doing for them, what is the requirement, by exactly what is the current process, exactly what they want, right? And what are the in scope and out scope, what we will do and what we won't do, and the assumptions, right? Assumptions. Okay, now so far we have reached up to this BRD, right? And after that BRD, it is our duty to take the sign off. That's it. Now let's transition to FRD. Now once the BRD is signed off, okay, we assume that every stakeholder, like 15 to 20 stakeholders are there, everyone has given you the sign off. Now what? Now you have to prepare a FRD, right? Prepare a FRD, functional requirement document. Explains how the system should behave, right? And it will be used by the developers and quality analysis. Functional requirement document is just like for example, the client, I met with the client and I have shown them that okay, this is the document in which your original requirement is captured, all the requirements are captured. Okay, fine. Now this is the document in which how your system will function when the data will be inserted. That means according to your requirement, what is your requirement and how it will functioning. Okay, so that is what we are going to show in this functional requirement document. That means what is the function. And here also, for every BRD requirement there is a corresponding function requirement ID. For example, every for example, just taking the Excel sheet from the client, so that is the functional requirement. Here nothing will be done, just taking the requirement, taking the Excel sheet. Functional requirement means after taking the Excel sheet, then we have to clean the data, we have to polish the data, we have to make it meaningful. Okay, now here you will see functional requirement example FR001 for BRD001. Okay, now you will see, okay, you will see now the input specification. Okay, input specification, accept Excel or CSV with defined columns. Now in this functional requirement document, see, functional requirement document means what the things will function, how the things will function. So for this, definitely there will be an input and there will be an output and there will be a processing logic. No need to memorize anything, just function. Function means, suppose if we talk about a motor function, the input factor is, input thing is the current, output is the whatever the motor is running in a cooler or anything, right? Whether it's a water motor, water purifier, any type of motor, right? So here also you will see the functional requirement, input specification, what input will be given, processing logic, clean the nulls, remove duplicates, format data fields. Okay, processing logic, group by region, summarize sales. Okay, and then output specification. Output specification means exactly what is going to be the output. Excel or PDF reports, charts showing top selling products. and the filter options. Now see here, input, process, output, filter options. These are the main factors of a FRD, functional requirement document. How your things, how your requirement will behave, how your system will behave, and what will be the input, what will be the processing logic, what will be the output specification, and what will be the filter option. Now filter option means region, date range, category. Then error handling. Alert if file format is wrong or columns missing. Many times what happens, this often happens in a project, like suppose if you have demanded the Excel sheet of sales with some specific headers, but many times the database administrator, they whatever they provide, that does not contain the desired headers. So in that case what happens, you have to show the error, and it happens with anyone, because there is a chance of error when the Excel sheets are being uploaded by human. Okay, so that's why error handling is most important. So alert if file format is wrong, if by mistake, because when many times it happens that in NetSuite, if someone upload the Excel sheet, while uploading Excel sheet, there is by chance we upload the XLSX sheet also, right? At that time NetSuite shows an error. Similarly, error handling is most important. Okay, assumptions, Python version 3.10 pandas installed. Okay, then security requirements, local file access only, no cloud integration. That means whatever sheets will be uploaded, they will be taken from local system, not from the cloud. Final output will be saved on the cloud or the company storage, but security requirement is this only, right? Local file access only, no cloud integration. Then the dependencies, Excel file availability from each regional manager. Dependency, now see, dependency, what we need, that for example, suppose I am working on a project, and dependency means in their system you can't touch the database, you have to be dependent on the database administrator of the client. So each file availability from each regional manager, Excel file availability from the from each regional manager. Now see, whatever you are doing, you have to just focus on the point, and point wise you have to. Now dependencies will not come in the BRD, you have to put it into the functional requirement document. That dependency means you have to provide us this, and in BRD what you want, what is the current and what you want. Here dependency, and then acceptance criteria. Suppose whatever we have done, what is the acceptance criteria? Okay, what is the acceptance criteria means how you will be satisfied. So output Excel should contain accurate totals and charts, that's it. That means on what basis that you will say okay, this project is good. So the output, the